Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a video on factoring the sums and differences of perfect cubes. So first I want to talk about the formulas of these two things. The first formula is for the sums. They're actually the same exact formula, just with different signs, and the way that you need to remember the signs is that whatever this first piece is here, the first sign will be the same, then it'll be opposite, and it'll always be positive. So if you look at this, it'll be same, opposite, always positive. So if you remember when we did this in class, I told you to write the words soap, or the letters soap, S-O-A-P. Because no matter what, your signs will be the same, opposite, and always positive of what you've started with. To get your first piece here, what you do is take the cube root of this and that, so that's how I got A and B. To get this piece here, you square your first piece. To get your last piece, you square the last piece here. And then to get your middle piece, you multiply A times B. And it's the same process for here, just with the different signs. So here's my first example. So the first example is sums. My first thing I'm going to do is take the cube root of each. And I have A and 4. So I know I'm going to have two sets of parentheses. I'm also going to write the letters soap, so I know my signs. So my signs will be the same as what I started with for the first sign, so it'll be positive, and opposite will be negative, and this is always positive. To get my first term here, all I'm going to do is square this term. So I square that, and I end up getting A squared. To get my last term here, all I do is square that to get 16. And to get my middle term, what I do is multiply 4 and A. So I end up getting 4A. And that's how you factor it. The next one is differences. So again, my first step is to take the cube of each. So I get X and 3. I know I'll have another set of parentheses. I will write the letter soap, S-O-A-P. My sign will be the same as what I started with for this piece. So it's negative, so my sign will be negative here. So negative. Be the opposite, which is positive, and always positive. Again, to get my first term here, all I want to do is square this. So I will get x squared. To get my last term here, all I'm going to do is square this term here, the 3. That gets me 9. And to get my middle term, I'm going to do 3 times x, which is 3x. And that's how you factor this one. Okay, so the next one is the same thing. It just has a number in front of the x cubed. So you're still going to start off with taking the cube root of the first and the second. I'm going to set my two sets of parentheses up. I know my signs are going to be the same as what I started with, so plus, opposite, minus, and always positive. So again, soap, S-O-A-P. Same, opposite, always positive. I'm going to take the cube root of 8x cubed. That'll give me 2x. And the cube root of 27 is 3. To get my last piece here, I'm going to square the first term to get my first term here. So first and first. If I square all of 2x, I will get 4x squared because I'm squaring each piece. To get my last piece, I'm going to square 3, which is my last piece in this parenthesis. That'll get me 9. To get my middle number, or my middle term in this case, what you do is multiply 3 and 2x. You're multiplying these two terms together. When you multiply 2x times 3, you end up getting 6x. Okay, the next one's a little different just because the number comes first. This problem is exactly the same. The only thing I want you guys to be mindful of is that if the number comes first, in your parentheses, the number will also come first. So, meaning that the cube root of 25 is 5, and the cube root of x cubed is x. I'm going to have the same, which is minus, opposite, always positive. So opposite is positive, always positive is positive. If there is a 5 here, which is my first spot, there will also be a number here, so that's 25. And whatever's in the last spot here will be here, so that's going to be my x squared over there. So x squared plus x squared. And then to get my middle term, I multiply 5 times x, and I get 5x. And that's how you do it. I hope this video helped you guys with factoring perfect cubes, and keep studying your factoring. See you guys soon.